As we get close to the release of MultiVersus, I'm starting to see a ton of videos on people's characters' wish lists and basically their ideas for certain characters' move list. And throughout these videos, I'm not seeing a ton of love for this iconic duo.
One push of this detonator, and it's all gone.
Mordecai! Rigby, no!
Alright, this video is going to consist of me first explaining why these characters should be in the game and how they would work in the game, and additional thoughts for alternate skins and stuff. Alright, first of all, let's start. I don't even know why I have to really explain why these characters should be in the game. On the roster, we already have characters from Steven Universe and Finn and Jake, but you know, as a non-watcher of regular show, I can definitely see why people would think Finn and Jake and Steven Universe characters would work better, because you know, they're more of an action-based show than regular show. But I recently hit rock bottom and watched all 8 seasons of regular show, which took me from the bottom to the top, to tell you the truth. Regular show has such perfect potential for being S-tier characters for a game like MultiVersus, especially since we have characters like Tom and Jerry and Bugs Bunny, who are pretty wacky characters, and regular show characters work perfect for this genre. Alright, now getting into how these characters would work. So let me get this out of the way. I've seen a ton of gameplay of MultiVersus, but more for entertainment purposes, because I want to enjoy the mechanics and everything when the game officially comes out. So if while explaining how they could work in the game and something comes out that contradicts how the gameplay works, just yell at me at the comments or something, I don't know. So first off, how would these characters even work? So I think literally any of these characters from regular show could make cool characters in MultiVersus. But I'm going to focus on Mordecai and Rigby because I may have a 300 IQ or a horrible idea. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Alright, so when discussing these characters, it comes down to if Mordecai and Rigby should fight as one character or separate characters. And while I can see an argument for being separate characters, I'm going to say they fight as one character for the sake of this video because, again, I could have a 300 IQ play. And I'm going to make a ton of connections with Mordecai and Rigby's moves to, bear with me, Oliver from Smash Brothers. Alright, just give me, let me explain. Alright, here's our stage. When just standing there, you can just have them next to each other or have Rigby on Mordecai's back if that's what you want to do, because he surprisingly does that a lot in the show, but preferably if Mordecai is just right next to Rigby. Rigby's going to be like this because when it comes to a normal attack, we're going to call them neutral attacks. Mordecai will throw one punch, then Rigby will follow up with another one, and Mordecai will end it. This will be our combo starter. For a side attack, I'd love to see Mordecai use Rigby as sort of a weapon and almost swing him around. And during the animation and throughout the fight, Rigby can get more noticeably annoyed. Now, I am 100% stealing this off of Finn's down attack, but Finn's down attack is he drags his sword on the ground and then ends up swinging up. Imagine that, but Mordecai using Rigby when dragging his face on the ground. And then Rigby can do his classic face that he does all the time. Now, if you aren't a fan of this idea, don't worry, I'm not the biggest fan of it either, because when Mordecai and Rigby are fighting in the show, they fight more as equals rather than Mordecai just using his friend as a weapon. So you can spice these moves up, but I find that when trying to do something else, it wouldn't be as pleasing animation-wise than to just have Rigby be thrown around. But let's get to the better parts, their special moves. The base special move would spawn a trampoline, and the longer you hold the button, the harder Mordecai will throw Rigby. Once you let go of the button, Mordecai will throw Rigby on the tramp and Rigby fold it up like a ball and go flying towards the opponent. If they add Mordecai and Rigby to MultiVersus and they don't have a move that's similar to this, I'm gonna be very shocked because it's a throwback to the first episode and the last episode of regular show. Once Mordecai throws Rigby, if Rigby hits a target, he will latch onto them like he does in every episode, and Rigby will inflict damage over time, a lot like Oliver's little, things that, I forgot what they're called, it's been a while, alright? If Rigby misses an opponent or just been there for too long and detaches off an opponent, he will continue to run back to Mordecai with the classic Rigby running animation. As a side special, I was a little lost on what to do here, but I'm pretty confident with this. When you use side special, Mordecai and Rigby will hop into a golf cart and do donuts and inflict damage. At first, I thought this was too much, but picture what Wario does in Smash Bros. When he pulls out the motorcycle and clears the whole stage. So picture the same situation here, where Mordecai and Rigby get into the golf cart and clear the stage, but while clearing the stage, have them do donuts similar to Taz animation. Alright, I also kind of just want to throw this in there, because I'm not sure if MultiVersus has a counter button or block button like Smash Bros. Does, But if they do have a counter button, 100% would be a perfect time to use Mordecai's block from Death Kwon Do episode. Alright, now I'm not gonna lie, I'm kinda lost when it comes to the up special. At first, I was thinking something like how Sonic operates in Smash Bros, where they would jump on something like the golf cart or Rigby's trampoline, which I think I like that idea, but I also wouldn't be against the idea of things like the hoverboard from the Christmas special, or Rigby like running on Mordecai's back and then Mordecai grabbing his tail to make him fly up. So not sure, kind of debatable there. Down specials are really cool and unique in this game, so I could honestly go all day explaining what Mordecai and Rigby's could be. So instead of going into detail, I'm gonna just give a few examples and let you as the viewer's brain decide on how they would work exactly. Alright, here's a couple. They could whip out the power piano, they could throw basketballs, they could literally whip out a laser blaster from Park Rangers, they could whip out video games and start playing them. The list could go on and on just because down specials are pretty unique in this game, so they could all work and it's pretty difficult to pick. Alright, time to get to the additional stuff. First off, taunts. If you're a regular show fan, I don't even know why I have to say anything here. It's another thing that I can go on and on for days without running out of ideas. The most obvious one is to probably just make them look up in the sky and...
Hold it now. What?
Alternate skins is also kind of hard, just because every character in regular show can be their own respectable fighter in MultiVersus, but they can also be alternate skins. I could totally see Mordecai and Rigby with all the things I listed in this video, but just as Muscle Man and High Five Ghost. But a better idea is to just do alternate skins for Mordecai and Rigby, and then Muscle Man and Five Ghost be like their own thing. A few alternate skins for Mordecai and Rigby could definitely be the future Mordecai and Rigby, the basketball Mordecai and Rigby, the space Mordecai and Rigby, the Death Kwon Do Mordecai and Rigby. But I think even a funnier and probably the best one in my opinion for an alt skin for them would be Margaret Eileen. She's just perfect. Also, they have animations for characters when they're just kind of standing there and being idle. I would love to see Mordecai and Rigby's animation to have them start playing punchies or rock, paper, scissors. Anyways, that's my ideas for Mordecai and Rigby and how they could work as their own characters. Now, if you couldn't tell, this video was pretty heavily inspired by Kuro the artist, basically his format. So if you guys haven't already checked his channel out, go do that. And let me know your thoughts on how you would handle these characters, or if you agree on my ideas. And what characters would you like to see in this game that still's not out for some reason?